This was a long request from the Ministry of Textiles that we should have an indigenous aluminized fire proximity suit developed by an Indian manufacturer. So it was spearheaded by the Textile Ministry, and that's how this whole concept came through. So the Ministry of Textiles gave this project to North India Technical Research Association, the project as part of the government body, and NITRA identified System5S as the industry partner, and that is how we worked in collaboration to develop this project. It is obvious that having an indigenously made aluminized fire suit, which can be used for limited fire entry, would be a huge benefit for a lot of personnel working in areas where you need to enter an area where there is a huge amount of heat and flame for a limited period and switch off the source of the heat and flame and thereby avoid further damage. This would be very useful for firefighting in areas like oil and gas and structural and so many areas, but primarily this would be a limited fire entry suit. So in the market what we have are several versions of structural fire suits which are used for personnel to wear and go into building structures and save people and property. These are breathable suits which are being deployed for a long time. They are multi-layered suits. Then you have single-layered suits which are being used for rescue purposes, primarily and even as a uniform in several areas. Aluminized fire suits per se are also used for proximity purposes, and they are basically used as a protection against extensive radiant heat. However, when you're in this particular project, we're looking at a limited entry fire entry suit, which will obviously give great performance and protection against high levels of convective, radiant and contact heat, which would help to protect the user and the fireman in cases where there is a lot of excessive heat and flame and even engulfment, and save him even in such situations. This was a well thought out strategy by sources from the government side, and they felt that having high degree of abrasion as well as high degree of protection would be enabled by having a base fabric as mentioned, and hence they chose this. Like mentioned before, basically this is going to give protection to the fireman wearing this suit, wherein he's going to be protected against flame engulfment, high degree of heat, high degree of radiant, convective and contact heat, and basically he's going to also be protected against sharp edges which can penetrate. Primarily what we have observed is that in India, a lot of end users are not aware of A, the specification, B, the standards that are required for limited fire entry suits. Now with this technology, which has been spearheaded by the Textiles Ministry and of course by the nodal agency NITRA in India, and with us as the industry partner, they have a clarity that this is the specification and this is the probable test methods through which you can check the performance of the limited fire entry suit. Like we said, we did have an indigenously made limited entry fire suits, and with this the entire landscape of India will change. The firemen will feel hugely confident to go into situations like this, as not only are they protected by wearing a good product, but they're also backed by technology, performance standards, and also legislation to protect them. Innovation with back-end verification of performance. Please continue to innovate, while at the same time always keep the end user in mind and ensure that the product or the service that you are developing is adding value to the end user.